All right, hello, and welcome to Week 8 of the NAGA Football League. Tonight, we have a bit of a different matchup. We have San Antonio at Tucson. Now, San Antonio's already clinched the playoffs, and I believe Tucson is fighting for a position in the playoffs. However, San Antonio really is coming in today to sort of see what their team is all about. Tucson, meanwhile, quite literally fighting for their lives. This matchup is going to be an interesting one. Let's go ahead and take a look at these pictures real quick, these graphics for the league, sort of around the league situations. In the Pacific standings, we do have San Antonio with a 6-1 lead right now, 2-1 in the division. They are above the 4-3 Albuquerque River Monsters, who are 1-2, and they are above Tucson, who currently sits in third place at 3-4 with a 2-1 record. Now, if San Antonio's backups are to lose today, Tucson would claim a 4-4 record. Now, they need Albuquerque to lose for anything to matter, but if they lose, Albuquerque that being, Tucson would take the second place seed. However, if San Antonio wins, they go 7-1, 3-1 in the division. Tucson falls to 3-5, and Albuquerque gets an automatic playoff bid. Now, there is some other things to note. Columbus is an undefeated team. However, they are also resting their starters. They are 7-0, 3-0, plus 92. If they were to lose, they would go 7-1, 3-1, and be at minimum 91, 90, 90 point difference. Where does this matter? If San Antonio were to win tonight and Columbus were to lose, San Antonio would be 7-1, 3-1, and have a major point difference ahead of them. They have not played Columbus, so the head-to-head would not matter. So San Antonio potentially, if Columbus were to lose, could take the first seed. Interesting. Those are the standings. Let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff picture as Tucson are in the hunt, looking from the outside in. Albuquerque with that number 1 wild card spot. San Antonio hosting a bye as it stands right now, hoping for Portland to either lose a game or for San Antonio to win a game. As it stands, San Antonio holds the better record, but if they lose and Portland wins, Portland would receive the bye, and San Antonio would then have to go into the playoffs without a bye. This will be interesting, to say the least. San Antonio has much to gain and much to lose. Resting their starters, this could be a decision they either regret or possibly they don't. We'll have to see how this goes. Let's look at the playoff bracket currently. Tucson, not there. However, if they would be there, they would be above at least Vancouver, or at least tied in that situation for a 5th, maybe 6th seed. A lot of seedings might change. And this playoff picture, like our Atlantic playoff picture that we did with Wichita and OKC, could also drastically change this week. So, we shall see. Let's go ahead and take a look at the expert picks. And my goodness, Tucson has an 82% chance of winning based on 1,000 simulations. Danny, Joe, Dave, and James all believe it'll be massive scoring for the Tucson Vipers, like 31 points minimum. That is ridiculous. Dave thinks it's going to be 35-6. James thinks it'll be 31-17. Joe saying 35-21, and Danny, the only one giving San Antonio hope, with a 44-36. Well, let's go ahead and see what happens here today. And welcome to the Train Depot, the home of the NAGA Football League. San Antonio will choose the coin toss heads, and Tucson will win. And they shall receive. San Antonio to kick off for the first half and to receive for the second half. And Steele boots it deep. That is Patterson Jr., number 18. Bringing it up. Ooh, taking that up immediately. At the 19. 1st and 10. Thomas Tedesco under center. He is the star of this offense. So motions the man to the right, hands it off to Dickinson. Dickinson heads straight up, but Matt McDonough there for the stop. 2nd and 5. This Tucson offense has a couple of playmakers, and by a couple, I mean they are riddled with them. As Tedesco back to pass. Surveying, gonna throw it out to Lustig. Gonna be number 82, Jake Lustig, their star tight end. You look at this Tucson offense, it's incredible. Star quarterback, superstar running back, superstar wide receivers, star wide receivers, star tight end, and 3-star offensive linemen. Tedesco motions a man. Hands it off to Dickinson, but Matt McDonough is there for the stop. 4th and 1. And before we watch this punt, you'll notice some familiar faces for today's game. Matt McDonough, Alonzo Douglas, Antoine Hampton. Punt goes deep to number 40. That is Blackstock. Takes it. Tries to and doesn't. It's down at the 31. 1st and 10. A couple of faces that we've seen before, and they decided to stick around for the defensive side. Comparatively, the offense for San Antonio is not that much to look at. Ames, the backup quarterback, takes it himself, rushes for almost a loss. And they will say it's a loss, though they gave him 2nd and 9. That'll be number 51, M. Aiken for the TFL. That is their superstar outside linebacker, Marcus Aiken. Ames under center. Ames back to pass. 4-man rush. Surveying the field. He's going to throw it to Vaughn. Vaughn, number 17. 1st down. Kyle Ames. The San Antonio offense has a star in Kyle Ames and a star in their center, Hunter Bush, and that is it. Everyone else in the league is seen as nothing more than mostly backups. Kyle Ames motions the fullback to the right. Ames back to pass. 4-man rush. Surveying the field. He's going to run. He's running to the left. He's going to get taken down immediately. And they'll say that's a sack, though he was ahead of the line of scrimmage. Go ahead and put an asterisk on that one for number 54. Inside linebacker Christopher Barnes. Kyle Ames hands up to Blackwell. Blackwell runs forward. That'll be 3rd and 1 of the 47. San Antonio is mostly starting their backups today, as you can tell. Kyle Ames, the backup quarterback, Ronald Blackwell, the 3rd-string running back, Lamar Hamilton, the 3rd-string wide receiver. Kyle Ames motions him to the left. Blackwell gets the handoff, avoids the tackle, and it's just unable to move anywhere. Gets taken down for a TFL by number 12, Sean Adams, their star quarterback. Unfortunate drive, but not much to be seen here from the San Antonio offense. It is just, after all, a bunch of backups. McQueen boots this one deep, and that'll be on at around the 15-yard line, 12-yard line, in fact. A punt inside the 20, a good start for San Antonio's defensive and special teams today. So flip back on over to Tucson's offense. Tedesco surveying, motions the man, running across. Defense adjusting. Tedesco hands off to Dickinson, taken down immediately at number 54. It'll be Ronald Elliott, outside linebacker. Tedesco surveying the field, is going to hand it off to Dickinson, and my goodness, Matt McDonough cannot be stopped. TFL 3rd and 7. Even with a man shoving him backwards, he's still able to grab Dickinson by the arm and pull him down. Tedesco surveying the defense. Defense adjusting for the movement. Dickinson throws off the tackle, taken down after a gain of 2. 4th and 5. Cameron Perry coming in for Donovan Dickinson. And that was a pretty good stop by San Antonio's defense. After all, San Antonio's major part of the defense mostly stayed intact. Richie Burke starting at cornerback position number 1. Alonzo Douglas, Ronald Elliott, and Matthew McDonough all starting today for the linebacker position. Blackstock taken down at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10. New covers Kevin Harms, John Lincoln, Anthony Varner, Jacoby Ruffin, and Kareem Anderson are all starting today as well, or on the field at least. Kyle Ames under center. Surveying back to pass, massive rush coming. Can he get away? He evades the sack. He's rushing to the left. The fullback. Oh my gosh, Kyle Ames is rushing. We've never seen this. And he's going, and he's taken down inside the 5. It's unbelievable as a San Antonio and I would say spectator to witness a quarterback rush for more, well, than 15 yards, 53 yards total for Kyle Ames today as he motions the tight end out to the right. Hands it off to Blackwell, tackled immediately at the line of scrimmage. That'll be 2nd and goal. And that TF will be courtesy of the Tucson defense, number 97. Gregory Sills. Kyle Ames under center. Motions the man inside. Hands off to French. Connor French, stutter stepping. Gets about a gain of 2. 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line. Can San Antonio punch it in? At this point, San Antonio does have an effort to pass. They've been doing pretty well today so far on that end. However, rushing seems to be their bread and butter. Ames hands off to Blackwell. Blackwell shoves off a man, and he hips on into the end zone. First touchdown for Blackwell. And of course, very, very thankful for the moment that he was given. So Arnold Blackwell heads off to the sidelines. 4 plays, 55 yards, and steal. Kick is up, and kick is good. Kyle Ames, a bit of a underrated runner, I would say, though perhaps it was just the fact of great blocking downfield and just being able to get the right defensive player at the right time without being tracked down quickly. Fan and Steele booting it deep. San Antonio up 7-0. This is unprecedented. Patterson Jr. with the return. He's taken down. 1st and 10 to the 17. This is a game where many people thought would be a blowout. The backups of San Antonio come in, but again, you have to remember San Antonio's defense is the one that is staying on the field, and that is their bread and butter. That's the best ranked defense statistically. Dickinson gets the handoff, apologies, taken down by Matt McDonough. TFL for Matt McDonough, though he gained 2. Best defense behind only one other team for the passing. Lit up a couple of yards in their previous games, dropped from 5th to 11th. Dickinson gets the handoff, and he just throws that man off. Number 40 coming in for the tackle. And number 40 is Tariq Blackstock, the free safety, playing in position of the previous safety, now resting. Tedesco surveying. Lots of defenders lined up close. Tedesco pitches out to the left. Dickinson falls forward for about a gain of 8. That'll be 2nd and 4. Apologies, a gain of 6. My. Donovan Dickinson, 8 rushes for 31 yards as Perry comes in. Tedesco back to pass. 4-man rush. He's going to throw to the right side. Fisher taken down, but able to catch it. Staying in bounds. Time is now 2 minutes and 51 seconds. 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Tommy Tedesco on the day, 2 completions on 2 attempts for 7 yards. Tedesco motioning the tight end to the outside, handing it off to Perry, and Matt McDonough making a statement. TFL. 2nd and 13 at their own 38-yard line. Matt McDonough on the day, 5 tackles, and seemingly 2 to 3 TFLs on the day. Dickinson gets the hand off, and he pushes and bullishes forward for a gain. What appears to be 8, that'll be 3rd and 5. Cameron Perry coming in. San Antonio lining up. Matt McDonough in the blitzing package, it seems. Tedesco, and there is a flag. False start against the offense. Cedric Turrentine. That'll be 3rd and 10. All those yards gained, and it's almost as if nothing happened. Tedesco pushing the play in. San Antonio getting in their blitz formation. Tedesco under center. Tedesco motioning the man inside. Tedesco gets the snap. Matt McDonough rushed, but he got blocked. Dickinson's chopped down from knees. 4th and 4. Something that you do have to give credit to Tucson is their offensive line, filled with 3 stars in their left tackle, their center, and their right guard. They are quite the star-studded offensive line. This punt could be a 1-yard punt, and number 8 was too slow. 1st and 10 of the 20. Unfortunate. Kyle Ames under center. Motions the man to the inside. Snaps the ball, fakes the handoff, scouts, looks for Cedric Vaughn. Cedric Vaughn breaks uphill. 2nd and 5. They're going to say he was pushed out of bounds, not stepped out of bounds. 50 seconds and counting. Cedric Vaughn, 2 receptions for 18 yards. Kyle Ames under center. Motions the man back inside. Hands it off to Blackwell. Blackwell easily gets the first down. Today's offensive roster: Kyle Ames, the quarterback, star; Ronald Blackwell, wide receiver 1, Lamar Hamilton; Cedric Vaughn, number 2; Charles Sessions, number 3; and Blake Whitman, the starting tight end. Ames fakes the handoff, back to pass, just launches it out of bounds. Pressure all in his face. That'll be 2nd and 10. A lot of these players today are playing for a playoff right, I would say. If they win today, they could possibly get the first seed should Columbus lose, and if they lose their seeding possibly if Portland wins. These backups have a lot. Blackwell rushes forward. He's going to push for 7 yards, 3rd and 3. Not only these players not have a practice this week as they were having to be scrapped due to league issues, but they're also playing for a right of their seeding, as that was the end of the first quarter. San Antonio leading 7-0. Kyle Ames apparently battling for a roster spot amongst the team. Ronald Blackwell trying to maintain his status as a good running back number 2 option. Kyle Ames, blitz coming in his face, doesn't matter. Cedric Vaughn, the safety blanket, right there to catch it. A lot of what we've seen today is a lot of wide receiver 2s, getting a lot of the passes, seeing the wide receiver 1s are being bracketed, doubled, ensuring that no deep touchdown bombs are thrown. Ames, motion with fullback out. Ames back to pass, delayed blitz, throwing deep, and number 21 there for the deflection. That is strong safety, Rashad Birch. That'll be 2nd and 10. Kyle Ames 3 for 5 for 24 yards today. Ames back to pass, 4-man rush, has all day, throws to Sessions, and Sessions gets the first down. That'll be 11 yards at the 42-yard line of Tucson. Charles Sessions, also known as Bubba Sessions, has been a bit of a latecomer into the season in the practices, but he's been making a name for himself recently, which is why he was able to start over Jameer Wooten today. Ames back to pass, linebacker blitz. He's got all day. He's thrown to number 80 again, and looking for a pass interference call. And Blake Whitman will not receive it. 2nd and 10. Kyle Ames 4 of 7 for 37 yards today. Ames motions Whitman a little bit out to the left. 4-man rush. Ames surveying. He's going to throw it deep to Hamilton, and Hamilton snags it over 2 defenders. What a play. San Antonio at the red zone, 20-yard line at the Tucson. That was a bit of the backward progression of wording, but San Antonio's at the Tucson's 20-yard line, knocking on the red zone. Ames motions number 11 to the left. Ames fakes the handoff, blitz coming, throws it to Blackwell, and Blackwell had just 1 man to beat, and he's inside the 3-yard line. Kyle Ames first down. Of course, you can see Ronald Blackwell also celebrating. 10 plays for 77 yards, taking up almost 3 minutes of time today. San Antonio not messing around with getting the backups into rhythm. Ames back to pass, a full rush today. Ames, just taken down short. That'll be a sack. That'll be number 7. Inside linebacker Jason Wilcox, their superstar linebacker. 2nd and goal at the 4. Loss of 1. Kyle Ames motions the fullback out. Kyle Ames pitches to Blackwell. Blackwell chopped down. Almost nowhere to go. And that is number 98 for Tucson, Maxwell. A defensive tackle doing pretty well. Sean Maxwell, that is. Blackwell gets the handoff, and he stops short, and this will be a field goal for San Antonio. Number 55, Sylvester Tucson, making a goal line stand. Snap is up. Banasteel, no good. Kicked it just left. Unfortunate. And Steele will be regretting that one. Then Steele, a usually rock-solid key piece, but now Tucson starts at their own 6-yard line. Tedesco motions the man. 4-man rush. Tedesco throwing left. Dickinson catches. Nobody there to stop him. 2nd and 4 at the 11. This is definitely not where Tucson wants to be, but Tucson will find a way, it seems. Tucson having Tedesco complete 3 of 3. Tedesco looking to pass, going to throw it over the middle. Number 8 evades Sanders, and he's going to push forward. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25. What was almost a guaranteed safety has now been pushed up to the 25. It's almost as if they fair called or touchbacked on the kickoff. Tedesco back pass, 4-man rush, throwing it deep, and number 54 with the deflection. That will be onside linebacker, Ronald Elliott. First incompletion for Tommy Tedesco, 4-5 for 26. Tedesco back to pass, 3-man rush, linebacker sniping him. Oh, Dominique snatching that out of the hands of the defensive linebacker. Goodness, Matt McDonough almost had the INT. Tedesco under center, motions the man out. Matt McDonough lines up. And Dickinson wide left. Nobody there to stop him. Goodness, 1st and 10 at the San Antonio 49. Donovan Dickinson, 11 rushes for 62 yards. Tedesco back to Dickinson. Dickinson sheds off, but then immediately taken down by number 38. And that is a TFL. Number 38, Jason Fugate. Quarterback number 3 on the depth chart, making a play. Tedesco surveying. Tedesco handing off to Perry. Perry's, oh my goodness. Trying to throw off Matt McDonough, but Matt McDonough not having it, throwing him down to the ground. Tedesco surveying. And there is a flag. False start. Number 77, George Leonard. It'll be 3rd and 11. Unfortunate for star left tackle, costing them 5 yards in a situation where they really need to get some momentum. Back at the 50-yard line, Tedesco scanning the defense. 4-man rush, surveying, throwing it deep. Unable to come down with it. Tedesco targeting Rondell Sanders, their star wide receiver. He is wide receiver number 2 for the day. As Tedesco heads to the sidelines, rear it in. Oh my lord, just boots that thing under the end zone out of frustration, it seems. A lot of anger on that play. That should have been a catch. The defender was in front of him. The wide receiver was behind him. The pass was on the money. It just doesn't happen sometimes. Kyle Ames under center at the 20-yard line. Hands it off to Blackwell. Blackwell pushing forward. Going to get about a gain of 4. That'll be 2nd and 5. They'll give him an extra yard. That's 9 rushes for 23 yards today. Kyle Ames under center. He's going to hand it off again to Blackwell. Blackwell. That's one. 3rd and 3. They'll give him 2. My goodness. When you think Blackwell only gets a couple of yards, he seems to just churn out one little bit extra. Ames fakes the handoff. Tosses. Nobody home. Goodness. That must have been some missed assignment there. So that was a wide open pass for the 1st down. San Antonio getting ready to punt with McQueen. McQueen boots it deep. 24-yard line. Lawrence will take it, and he's taken down immediately. Let's say he got to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Like Tedesco under center. Motioning the tight end out. Tedesco handing it. Matt McDonough just ripped off. Not even. A thought for Dickinson. Just throws him off for a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. 37, 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Tedesco hands off to Dickinson again. Dickinson sheds another would-be tackler, but gets the first down. No, they'll say it's 3rd and 1 at the 41. Interesting. Number 90 of San Antonio stopping the gain of a first down. It'll be interesting to see what Tucson does here. Tedesco motions the man inside. Tedesco hands it off to Perry. Perry just wide open. No one home to stop him. Those are the type of plays that you would see starters be able to sniff out, stop those plays, but these are backups. Can't expect too much from them. Tedesco surveying the defense. Pitches it to Dickinson. Dickinson sheds another tackle. Goodness, Alonzo Douglas with the cleanup. Cameron Perry coming in, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. San Antonio up 7-0 at the second quarter. Tedesco motioning the wide receiver inside. Tedesco back pass, 4-man rush. He's going to scramble, it seems, and he's going to get taken down. At a gain of 3, 3rd and 2 at the 41-yard line. This could be big for Tucson. Though they could live with a field goal, getting a first down would also be major. Tedesco Perry taken down. Blitz by number 21, Kareem. Goodness. Kareem Anderson. Reardon punts it away, and this is going to definitely be an inside the 20. Inside the 1, it looks like. Goodness, 1st and 10 at the 1. For some reason, Kareem Anderson's name is showing up as Kareem, but I do assure you that is Kareem Anderson, the 2nd inside linebacker on the depth chart. Ames inside his own end zone, motioning the man to the outside. Ames back to pass, 4-man rush, no blitz. French Connor catches it for a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Alleviates the pressure just a little bit, but not enough. Ames back to pass, 4-man rush, tossing it to Blackwell. Blackwell gets the first down. 1st and 10 of the 13. Ames motioning the fullback out. Ames back to pass, blitz coming, throws over the middle. French not fast enough to catch it. 2nd and 10. As we watch this game, you're starting to understand why San Antonio is a bit hesitant on Kyle Ames. As he is 8 for 13 for 89. Back to pass, 4-man rush. He's got a man wide open over the middle and hits Lamar Hamilton for a first down. There's a lot of plays that Kyle Ames seems to have that he leaves a lot to be desired. He'll have a man streaking for a 25-yard gain, but will not trust himself enough to throw it, and he will throw it to the fullback, running back, on the hot route, usually resulting only in 3 yards. Kyle Ames back to pass, delayed blitz, and he's just going to take the sack. My goodness, not the decision you want to see. That's number 55 for Tucson. That's a sack for Sylvester. Julius Sylvester, 2 tackles and 1 sack. Ames motioning Connor French out to the left fullback. Ames back to pass. 2-man rush this time. Multiple DBs. Ames is going to throw it anyways. Unfortunate. Blackwell unable to come down with it. 3rd and 21. 1 second remaining in the second quarter. At this point, you may just want to run it, avoid any issues as they do. Blackwell is taken down for no gain. That'll do it for the half. San Antonio up 7-0. If not for that sack, maybe we could have seen more of a drive, but however, that's the nature of things. Will Tucson adjust? Will San Antonio adjust? We shall see. Tucson, after having a bit of a debate on which angle to kick it, Spencer now boots it off into the end zone. Hamilton will take it out of his own end zone, a bit of a curious task, hurdles a man, and he gets up to the 22-yard line. They'll mark him down to the 23-yard line. Apologies. 1st and 10, 9 minutes, 54 seconds remaining. This is definitely an interesting home crowd, given that they're all hoping their team can make it. Trips to the left. Ames motions the man to the right to the inside. Blackwell gets the pitch. Just all sorts of green. Just not fast enough. Unfortunate. 2nd and 5. The issue of running back 2 for San Antonio is mostly to relieve Gooden, not really to supplant him, as Ames motions Connor French. Ames fakes the handoff, scanning, throwing to a wide open Lamar Hamilton, and he avoids the tackler, and he's going down the 10, the 5, the touchdown. Wow, what a play by Lamar Hamilton. Nothing about the QB there. QB made the right read. Lamar Hamilton made that play. Fannin Steele up, and it is good. No misses here today from Mr. Fannin Steele on the extra points. Kyle Ames making the correct read, trusting himself enough, and the defender foolishly trying to jump forward to get the ball. Lamar Hamilton catching it, evading a man, sprinting down the rest. Kick is off. Patterson Jr. with the ball, 14-0. Can Tucson do much of anything as he shreds it off as if he's nothing? This crowd not losing any momentum, knowing that at any point this team of backups could easily give up or easily fail in coverage and let up a big yard gain touchdown. That was not even a word as Matt McDonald hits him and as it forces a fumble. Kareem Anderson with the fumble recovery. Again, for some reason, being called Kareem. That was a weird bug today. As we have checked the rosters and double-checked the rosters. Right now, actually, it does say Kareem Anderson. Don't know why this is showing as Kareem. Kyle Ames under center. Motions the man out. He's going to launch it to Blackwell. Blackwell is going to get an easy, cool, breezy gain of 6 yards. 2nd and 4 at the 7. San Antonio. My goodness. Ronnie Blackwell, 12 rushes for 32 yards. Most importantly, 3 receptions for 31 yards. Ames fakes the handoff, scanning, running away from the defender. Can he do it? Oh, just not enough for a gain of 1. 3rd and 3 at the 6-yard line. At some point, you want to tell the rookies, just break up field. Stop trying to rush out to the out of bounds, you want to break up field. It's unfortunate. They'll learn later on. Ames, motion tight end inside to the left. Ames, back to pass, just launching. Blackwell, goodness. Touchdown. Kyle Ames, now 2 touchdowns in the day. San Antonio up 20-0. Kyle Ames, 12 of 18 for 185 yards and 2 touchdowns. Fannin Steele boots it up, and it is good. Lamar Hamilton making a name for himself. Cedric Vaughn being the safety valve, but Lamar Hamilton showing why he is an option to have to be dealt with as a defense. My goodness. Fannin Steele booting it deep into the end zone. And Patterson Jr. shall return it. So he gets taken out immediately at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10. Tedesco, a little bit shaken from that forced fumble, trying to regain his composure. Back to pass, blitz coming in. He's going to launch it deep to Fisher to the left. Taking down by number 30. 2nd and 5, gain of 5. As once again, Jordan Purcell making all the right moves and all the right plays today. Nothing fancy, but not letting up anything too big. Tedesco motioning the man from the left to the right. Motioning to the inside of the right. Let's go hands off to Dickinson. Dickinson trying to run, just not enough. 3rd and 5 at the 24-yard line. 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. This game, quite the game, I should say. Matt McDonough's forced fumble and Kareem Anderson's fumble recovery definitely changing this game. Matt McDonough coming in, and he gets the sack. Tedesco doesn't have enough time. Matt McDonough with his first sack of the game. Strip sack and another sack, but I doubt Axis football will count the strip sack as a sack. It'll just count it as a forced fumble, unfortunately. Reardon punts it away. That is number 40 Blackstock. Hands it off. Ooh, spins around a man. Taken down at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for San Antonio. This crowd's still not giving up. It's mighty impressive. They have playoff hopes. Face against backups, and they've only had some bad breaks so far. Kyle Ames, blitz coming in, launching it deep to Connor French. Breaks the tackle. He's going to rush upfield. Lamar Hamilton's going to throw a block. And Connor French is going to get taken down at the 25-yard line. 24, big reception for Connor French. Again, nothing Kyle Ames is doing here. It's all the players that he's throwing to. This is incredible. Kyle Ames under center. He's going to hand off to Blackwell. Blackwell just, for some reason, misunderstood the assignment. Ran through the tackle and tried to course correct between the center and the guard, but it's too late. Taken down for a gain of 3. Ames under center. Scanning the defense. Back to pass. Blitz coming in. Delayed blitz. He's going to launch that. Ooh, that was bad. I believe he was throwing to number 17, Cedric Vaughn, but Cedric Vaughn didn't go for the ball, leaving Lamar Hamilton to fight a double man coverage there. Kyle Ames handing off to Blackwell, avoiding the TFL for now. Just going to get back up on 3rd down, I believe. 4th down, actually. 4th and 6. It's number 51 for Tucson. Marcus Aiken, the superstar outside linebacker, gets the TFL. Van Steele looking to correct his kicking habits. It is up and it is good. In the few practices he had before practices were scrapped, Van Steele having a bit of an issue with kicking field goals. That'll be the colder wind and the colder weather. As he boots this one, Van Steele to Patterson Jr. And he evades the tackle. He's rushing forward. 25. And they say he'll be at the 24. Van is still a very reliable kicker. Having an off day. Most of San Antonio's team has been having an off day the recent days, except for Matt McDonough, who had a record-breaking 8 sacks in a single game. Matt McDonough unable to get the TFL. Tickinson just being shoved by the pile. Goodness. Loss of 3. Alonzo Douglas cleaning it all up. Matt McDonough, not only an F the play up type of guy, but also a playmaker. Right there you can see him messing the play up and allowing for a lot of his players to push back that pile and get that TFL. Tedesco motioning the man to the right. Tedesco back to pass. Heavy blitz coming in. He's able to avoid it for now, but not able to again. Number 97. Oh my goodness. That might be the first sack for Deshaun Allen. Number 97, defensive tackle, number 2. Tedesco back to pass. 3rd and 25 at their own 9. 4-man rush. Ooh, triple coverage. Not a good idea. 4th and 25. This will be a punt. Reardon punts it away. No further than the 43-yard line. Blackstock crossing the 50. Taking it down at around 51. 49, apologies. Actually, he got further up. And instead of saying 51, because that doesn't physically exist, I should have said 49. 1st and 10 at the 49 of Tucson. Blackwell just, they knew what was coming. Defensive lineman Armstrong, leg injury expected to return. That is number 90 for Tucson, and that is their starting defensive tackle, Marcavius Armstrong. That is going to definitely take a hit to the defensive line. As Blackwell gets the carry again. A bit of an interesting call for San Antonio, who are now at 3rd and 15. Quite the call. Ames under center. Back to pass, 4-man rush, throwing it deep to Whitman. Whitman unable to come down with it. Unfortunate. Such great drive starting position. And a TFL and a bad run play call next, and just all blows up in your face. The Queen punting away, and this is going to be a good punt. That'll land inside the 20 at the 13. San Antonio Special teams and defense carrying today. Goodness, the backups are coming to play. Tedesco pitching out to Dickinson. Dickinson rushing, avoiding the tackle, taken down by number 28. Missed the tackle, but he was able to grab his legs and pull him down. My goodness. Tedesco pitching it out. Dickinson evades the tackle and just absolutely trucked downwards past the first down line. In comes Cameron Perry. 1st and 10 of the 24. Donovan Dickinson, 19 rushes for 84 yards, 1 reception for 6 yards. Tedesco motions the man to the left. Tedesco back to pass, 4-man rush, probably going to dump it off. He does to Sanders. Sanders taken down. Apologies. Perry subbing out for Dickinson, I should say. Apologies. Tommy Tedesco, 7 of 10 for 43 yards. Not a bad completion percent, but needs more yards. Dickinson running forward, getting the first down easily. He's dragged backwards, so that won't matter. It's a 1st and 10 of 39. Cameron Perry coming in for Donovan Dickinson once again. Tucson trying to reserve some fresh legs, anything they can do to get back into this game. Tedesco motions the man to the right. Tedesco hands it off to Perry. Perry evades Pat McDonough, but doesn't evade Alonzo Douglas. Alonzo Douglas credited for the TFL. It is now 2nd and 12 at the 37. Alonzo Douglas with 5 tackles. Assuredly at least 2 TFLs today. Tedesco fakes the handoff. Major blitz coming in. He just throws it away. A wise choice. Donovan Dickinson subbing in for Cameron Perry. 3rd and 12. At that point, you don't want to throw the ball into harm's way. It's better to throw it away. 3rd and 12, sure, but it's better to be 3rd and 12 than have the ball on the other side of the field with the offense. Tedesco back to pass. Blitz coming in. Throwing to Patterson Jr. Patterson Jr. making an amazing catch down the field. 1st and 10 of the 34. And that might have just doubled Tedesco's yards. That's Patterson's first reception for 30 yards. Tedesco back to pass, 4-man rush, going to dump it off. No, he doesn't. He throws to the line. Throws to Dominique for 14. Gets a first down. Tedesco getting a bit more confidence today. Definitely good to see. Tedesco scanning. Motions to tie it from the inside to the outside. Dickinson running to the left. Breaks the tackle. Moves forward. Did he get the first down? He did. 1st and 10 at the 10. But just outside of the end zone. Unfortunate. That means if they're able to get within that inch-yard line, they get another first down. Tedesco under center. 3-man rush. Perry taken down immediately for gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Donovan Dickinson subbing in for Cameron Perry. This could definitely be the point where Tucson finally scores some points. Lay low to the box. Tedesco Dickinson wide open. Unable. 3rd and inches on the 1st down yard line. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter. San Antonio up 24. Tucson 0. 3rd and inches on the 1st down line. You have to think San Antonio is going to do a full-on blitz. They don't. Goodness. And this could be where Perry scores. Tedesco motions the man. This might be it right here. Tedesco back to pass, and he's sacked. Oh, no. Alonzo Douglas with the sack. That is not what you want to see. That should have been a rush. Oh, no. They're going to go for the field goal. Spencer kicks it up. It is good. 25-yard field goal. That puts Tucson up 3. San Antonio leading 24-3. It's unfortunate, but better to score points than no points is what I say. Spencer boots it deep. Lamar Hamilton catches the ball. Lamar Hamilton rushing to the left side, taken down at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. And these backups are giving all they possibly can as Armstrong returns from injury. That is good to see. These backups are giving this Tucson defense everything they can handle. Kyle Ames under center motions the fullback out to the left. He's going to pitch it out to Blackwell. He's going to run into his own man and then gain about 6 yards on the carry. 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line. Tips for anyone who is still watching, and if you are listening, should you ever want to commentate an Axis football game. If you watch my earlier games, I missed every yard by 1 yard. So just look at the game, what you think, and then add a yard, and you'll probably get it right. Kyle Ames back to drop. There is a flag, possible holding. Whitman unable to come down. And it is Connor French holding. Unfortunate. 2nd and 14. As well as whenever you see a pass play, and there's a flag almost immediately before anything happens, that's also a holding. Axis football is a pretty easy game to read and commentate. You just kind of got to know the niches. Ames back to pass, 4-man rush, surveying the field. We're going to launch it deep to Hamilton. Hamilton catches, and he's inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, 33. Oh my gosh, what a catch! Goodness. 3 plays, 57 yards on 1 pass for 51 yards. Kyle Ames under center, back to pass, trips to the right, they break out. Kyle Ames launching it to Sessions. Excuse me, 2nd and 5. This is simply a lot of great schemes being drawn up today. Without practice, mind you, this team is getting all their reps right here, right now. Kyle Ames fakes the handoff, gonna launch it off his platform, number 35, just in time to deflect the pass. And that is free safety Javon Lawrence. What a great deflection that was. 15 of 25 for 272 yards for 2 touchdowns. Kyle Ames under center, pitches it out to Blackwell. Blackwell gets a block, and he's gonna get the first down. 1st and 10 with 21. It's unfortunate for this Tucson team, as it seems highly unlikely, Ronnie Blackwell, 18 rushes, 43 yards, that they're going to have a comeback. They had high hopes. Blackwell, chopped down at the knees, gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Tucson was a team that looked very promising. Their roster, very promising. It's just comes down to game time, and it just seems they cannot perform. Ames under center, hands it off to Blackwell. Blackwell gets the first down. Touchdown, saving tackle by 97. Josh Lemmer coming in for Ronnie Blackwell. Incredible, as Jonathan Carmichael is actually the 2nd running back. Seems as though San Antonio has a special package lined up for Lemmer. Hand it off to Lemmer. Lemmer breaking forward. I don't know. A 2 fullback set, something I've never seen in my life, as Birch gets the TFL. I suppose had they had practice on this, that would have been an interesting play. Ames under center, motioning the wide receiver onto the left. This could be a rush play. Kyle Ames fakes the handoff. Evades the tackle. He's going to run left. He's going to go past the line of scrimmage. He fumbles. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate. No way. Who was that? Tucson defense reigns. I'm looking, and I can't find them. They simply don't exist. Tedesco, there is a penalty on the play. Dickinson receives the pass. I'm unable to find Tucson's defensive. Holding offense. I'm looking, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot find him. Unfortunate. Ronnie Elliott with a tackle and a deflection today. Tedesco under center. Dickinson in his own end zone. Tedesco back to pass, 4-man rush. Tedesco launching it deep, and it's intercepted by Blackstock, number 40. And he's tackled. Oh, he trips up right inside the 5. This could have been a pick 6. San Antonio's first. Down at the 2-yard line. As soon as San Antonio turns it over, they get it right back. Kyle Ames under center, Blackwell in the back. Connor French ready, and he motions Blackwell out to the side. Ames back to pass, 3-man rush, surveying, standing. He's going to run it in himself for the touchdown. Kyle Ames, a possible underrated dual threat. Then it's still back to kick. Boots it up, and it is up right down the middle. San Antonio leading 31-3. This is a game I don't think anyone could have possibly seen happening. Tucson having an 85+% chance. Many people thinking Tucson would have blown San Antonio out. And the backups, they came to play. Now, we also have to admit San Antonio's defense does have some starters still remaining. Patterson takes the kick. Oh, my goodness. Throws 2 grown men off of him. My Lord. 1st and 10 of 21. You look at all the stats, and Tucson should have easily won. Superstars all over the place. Stars riddled throughout their offensive. Blitz coming in. Dickinson gets the pass. Rushes inside. But they don't stop the clock for some reason. It seems as if everyone wants to go home at this point. Unfortunate. Wish you could see better gamesmanship from the control booth. Tommy Tedesco. There is a flag. Possible offsides for the defense. Tedesco running up for the first down. Gets it taken down by number 21. It is offsides against the defense. Sheldon Burks, number 53, defensive lineman. And that is actually their 4th string defensive end. Wow. That is not the play you want to make when you get your first start. That is definitely not what you want to be known for. Tedesco hands off to Dickinson. Dickinson. Ooh. Trudging forward. Did he get it? 2nd and 1 at the 42. 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Tedesco takes the snap. Blitz coming in. Launching it to Moore. And he's taken down by number 30. First down. 49-yard line. 4.5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. This is not a game I think I would have ever predicted myself. I would have predicted possibly a 14-13 game. Tedesco back to pass. Ooh, almost taken down by Matt McDonough. Just a hair away from losing multiple yards. 2nd and 8. I mean, you look at these teams, and yes, San Antonio has some returning defensive players, but San Antonio doesn't even have an offense. They have a bunch of backups playing. Tedesco back to pass, delayed blitz, 4-man rush. Ooh, nice deflection. Number 21. That was actually inside linebacker Kareem Anderson. Incredible. Tedesco. 13 of 19. Back to pass. 5-man rush. Throwing it deep. Unable to come down with it. That'll be 4th and 8. And I assume here, I mean, you have to think Tucson's going to go for it. I mean, they have nothing to lose at this point, and they do. Tommy Tedesco, 13 of 20, 101 yards and 1 interception. Motions the man. Can San Antonio get the turnover? Tedesco surveying. Takes the snap. Matt McDonough coming in. Leaving Dickinson wide open. What a beautiful play. I want to congratulate Tucson's offensive calling at some points. It hasn't been that great. Obviously, they've only scored 3 points, but to be able to know exactly when San Antonio's about to blitz, that is crucial. San Antonio having the struggle with this one. Delayed blitz coming out. Wide right of number 22. And it's crucial. San Antonio has the number 1 sack leader. He's broken 3 records this year alone. He's the lone sack holder, single-season sack holder. It's incredible. Matt McDonough coming in. And speaking of him, he gets the sack. 4 minutes remaining. 3rd and 18. Matt McDonough. A loss of 8. Matt McDonough just showing that even if you plan for him, you can't stop him. Tedesco. 4-man rush. Linebacker spine. Ooh, not even the defensive back was able to swat that one. 4th and 18, and Tucson has to go for this. Tedesco has to be calling to the coach. What do we have to lose? We're already down 28 points. Tedesco under center. Tedesco back to pass. Blitz coming. Ooh, swatted away by number 30. Number 30 for San Antonio has just been all over the place today. Jordan Purcell. He's not going to show up on the stat line. He's not going to have the fancy interceptions or the pick sixes, but he's been there when it counts. Kyle Ames under center, motion of the man. This is probably going to be a run. Pitches it out to Blackwell. Blackwell going to get it, but a gain of 6. Oh, 7. Apologies. 2nd and 3 at the 47. In my head, I knew I should have said 7, but I thought, you know what? He gained 5 yards. That'll be 6. Ronnie Blackwell, not that startling of a record with 21 rushes for 66 yards, but the game is being won. Pitches it out to Blackwell. He evades the tackle and gets the first down. Not something you see every day. Josh Lemmer, they're doing a double fullback play. This will be interesting. 1st and 10. 2 fullbacks, Lemmer and French. Ames back to pass. They're not using any of them. Ames surveying, throwing it deep to Whitman. Unable to come down with it. Whitman, I believe, is possibly 1 of 5 for now. Maybe a target I would probably steer away from. Ames under center. Blackwell back in. Ames motion the wide receiver to the inside. Hands off to Blackwell. Blackwell's got all day. Ooh. It's of a weird play there. They run back to the 2 fullback positions. Defensive end just being let go for some reason, being able to get that tackle. That is ridiculous. San Antonio hands it to Lemmer. Power play, but they needed more than 3 yards. Unfortunate. And that'll actually be a play made by Aiken. Marcus Aiken, the superstar outside linebacker, making plays even in the late game. McQueen punting deep. Ooh, this may be too much. And it is. Unfortunate. That'll be a touchback. 1st and 10. Just under 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Tucson, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 3-man rush. Tedesco scanning. He's got a wide open man. Ooh. Number 21. Trying to get ahead there. Who was that? They're trying to make a play that they don't need to be making. Kareem Anderson. 2nd and 4. Janelle Dominique, 4 receptions for 30 yards. Tedesco scanning. 2-minute warning has already passed. Motion the man inside. Tedesco back to pass. 4-man rush. Going to throw it to an easy Lustig. And they'll stop the clock. 1st and 10 from 31. Tedesco preparing the snap. Tedesco back to pass. Surveying. He's got all day. Ooh. I think the ball sort of fell out of his hand as he was launching it forward. You could definitely tell he was trying to go deep and it just slipped out. He's very lucky those linebackers were not paying attention. Tedesco motion the tight end out to the right. Gets the pass. 3-man rush. Multiple defenders. A wide open. Oh, he overthrew him. Unfortunate. Rondell Sanders could have had a touchdown. Just unfortunate the way things shook out. 3rd and 10 of the 31. 1 minute and 48 seconds remaining. Tedesco back to pass. 4-man rush. Throwing it immediately to Sanders. And Sanders evades a tackler. And he's taken down just outside the 35. 1st and 10 at San Antonio's 37. When all else fails, call the same play again. And this time, make it count. Tedesco, surveying, back to snap. He's going to launch it to Lustig. He's just going to, for some reason, walk right outside. 2nd and 8. He had lots of green ahead, but I suppose they're trying to get some more plays available. Opening up the playbook a little bit here. Tedesco, 2 running backs in the backfield. 4-man rush. Surveying. He's got an open man downfield. He's launching it. Patterson Jr. Touchdown. An incredible play over 2 defenders. This is, of course, why he's the #1 receiving option, as Tucson now moves to 10 points, barring this extra point. And it is good. PAT successful. And now the question is, will Tucson stop the clock and attempt for 17 points? They're going to go for an onside field goal, or onside kick. So they boot it forward. He's caught by Richie Burke, defensive back. 1st and 10 to the 48. At this point, San Antonio should probably just run it about 3 times. Doesn't really matter if they get the ball back. Kind of just want to click it out. And this looks like a running formation. Ames under center. Is going to hand it off to Blackwell. Blackwell's got all sorts of time. And Tucson will call a timeout. 2nd and 4. San Antonio at the 41-yard line. Barney Blackwell, 24 rushes for 79 yards. Kyle Ames under center. He's going to hand off again to Blackwell. Blackwell's got a 1st down. Ooh, stopped short by number 50. Oh, no, they give it to him. 1st down. Timeout taken by Tucson. 38-yard line. San Antonio has all the time on their side. This will probably be another rushing play as he hands off to Blackwell again. Taken down. That'll be a timeout. 2nd and 8. At this point, I think San Antonio is good to go ahead and kneel it out. We shall see how they are feeling. And I believe this could be the final play. Connor French taking it up, and I believe so. Unless San Antonio decides to go ahead and shoot for a first down, they should be good to go ahead and kneel this down. San Antonio, Kyle Ames under center, running the clock down, and he's going to kneel it down. 4th and 8, San Antonio 31, Tucson 10. An incredible performance by a group of players who nobody really thought had a chance. Fannin Steele feigning the kick, or at least you hope if he misses it, that's definitely going to affect him in the upgrade portion. They are definitely going to let this time fly all the way out. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. San Antonio's backups taking on Tucson's starters, 31-10. An incredible performance that I don't think anyone in Las Vegas betting sports could have predicted. 85% chance to lose for San Antonio. Everything to gain for Tucson. Backups coming in. Their starters are playing for Tucson. It's unfortunate. It seems that even San Antonio's backups were able to find and maneuver their way through specific play calls and amazing playmaking, by the way, to perform adequately enough to win. The game MVPs today are Kyle Ames, the quarterback, 15 of 26 for 272 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the defensive, well, we all know, San Antonio's MVP, Matt McDonough, 3 sacks, 3 TFLs, and 1 forced fumble. So we head on over the stats. Tommy Tedesco comparing the quarterback stats, 19 of 31 for 191, 1 touchdown, but 1 interception. Kyle Ames, a bit more protective, but not that great with completion percentage, 15 of 26, 2 touchdowns, 272 yards. Tucson's game MVPs. Donovan Dickinson, their superstar running back, 23 rushes for 123 yards. And defensively, of course, that has to go to Marcus Aiken, 3 TFLs for 11 tackles. He was all over the place today. Let's go ahead and look at the team leaders today. Blackwell just barely making it over that average of 3.0 yards. Kyle Ames actually, surprisingly enough, in second place for rushing with 54 rushing yards. Longest being 50, obviously. Look at the passing. You can just tell the difference in passing stats. The passing game working so much better under Kyle Ames. Blackwell, 37. Hamilton, 157. French, 36. You can see over here on the defensive side of Tucson, 1 sack, 6 TFLs, 3 deflected passes, 1 forced fumble. Defensively, you can see that San Antonio starting their starters is helpful. Again, we don't know why the Kareem is happening. I've got the roster right here, and it says Kareem Anderson. Don't know why that is occurring. Head on over to the team stats. Total plays, it's about even, 69-66. Rush plays, again, about even, 30-33. Pass plays, though, had a little bit more edge, but still even, 39-33. Total yards couldn't be any further, 304, 402. Passing yards, 261, a whole 100 extra. Rushing yards, however, Tucson did take the lead by 2 yards, but San Antonio still held their own. Sacks coming in with 5, Matt McDonough being 3 of those. You could definitely tell this defense is not the same without Matt McDonough, which is a good thing that he definitely didn't sit. It's a good thing that he wanted to pump those stats up for that MVP award. Turnovers, an interception, and a forced fumble going to lead to them losing the turnover battle to San Antonio, who only had 1 fumble loss. Head on over to the players' stats. We're going to hit with the away team, the backup team as it would be. Kyle Ames, 119 rating, 15 of 26, 58% completion rate, but he's a rookie. 272 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rushing, Ronnie Blackwell leading the way, 26 for 85, 1 touchdown. Of course, you can see here, over here with Kyle Ames, 54 yards. Goodness. Receiving, Ronnie Blackwell leading the way again. However, in yards, Hamilton leading that way. So we check out all the people here. Whitman targeted 5 times for 0 receptions. That is just unexcusable. A starter not even being able to perform at the rate of a 3rd-string wide receiver and a 3rd-string running back. That is something San Antonio is definitely going to have to look into. Matt McDonough leading the way for all tacklers today in San Antonio. Sack-wise, once again, leading the way with Allen and Douglas coming in behind him. Interceptions, Tariq Blackstock with his first ever interception, I believe. TFLs, again, Matt McDonough leading the defense. Touchdowns, nobody had one, unfortunately. Deflected passes, Jordan Purcell leading the way with 2, having 2. Forced fumbles, obviously Matt McDonough. And recoveries is Kareem Anderson. Again, we don't know why that issue is happening. Returning is Tariq Blackstock, 4 returns. Kick returns, Lamar Hamilton, Richie Burke. And kicking, Fannin Steele missing 1 field goal, missing 1 but making 1. Extra points, all of them, making them. And Zach McQueen getting 1 touchback and for some reason not being credited with punts inside the 20 despite him having a handful. Head on over to the home team. Tommy Tedesco, 77 rating. 19 of 31, 61 completion percent, 198 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Donovan Dickinson really doing a lot today. 23 attempts for 123 yards for an average of 5.3. My goodness. However, Cameron Perry going to hit with that downgrade for an average of 1.7 on 6 carries. Not what you like to see. Donovan Dickinson leading the way for receptions. So we check out the team over here. Everyone having at least 1 today. Ronnie Patterson Jr. with the most incredible catches today with a touchdown to boot. Absolutely incredible. Touchdowns, obviously, only him. Defensively, Marcus Aiken leading the way for the defense with tackles. Everyone but Armstrong getting a tackle, seemingly. Sacks, it was a sack fest over here. Chris Barnes, Julius Sylvester, Jason Wilcox, all getting the sack. Marcus Aiken once again leading the way in the defense with 3 TFLs. No TDs. And Javon Lawrence with 4 deflected passes. This defense was definitely holding off Kyle Ames whenever he made a rookie mistake on a pass. Forced fumble Reggie Suggs. And recoveries Darren Raines, defensive lineman, who again, for some reason, unfortunately, just not on the list. I don't know where he is, but he is just not here. Interesting. Perhaps he got cropped out by just 1. Returns, Javon Lawrence. Kick returns, Ronnie Patterson Jr. Kicking, Jeremy Spencer perfect on the day for 1 field goal and 1 extra point. Tyler Reardon, 7 punts, 1 inside the 20, and 2 touchbacks. That'll do it for us today, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We appreciate you spending your time here. And we hope to see you next week in the playoffs. And we hope that you come back and finish the rest of the games for this week. I'm Cole. Thank you.